So today is day one of my recording studio Genesis, and I thought I would document it. So for those who have been asking about it and what I've been up to with this, it took me quite a while to get to this point, and some of the fundamentals were set, and so I thought I would just make a quick video about it and let everybody sort of give everybody an update. I'll start with the brains of the operation. It is my AMD dual-core processor computer. It's got 250 gig hard drive running at 7200 RPM. It's got 2 gigabytes of memory, and as you can see, it's running Microsoft XP Home Edition. My interface is this Tascam 1641. It's got 16 inputs, 8 microphone inputs, 6 line inputs, 10 preamps, 0 latency monitoring. You can apply phantom power to the first 8 channels, and it's got the preamps sound really good. I've had some really good luck with it so far. The program that I'm using to record is the Sonar 6 Producer Edition. And if you don't know what Sonar is, or if you haven't used the Cakewalk line of products in the past, in my opinion, I think that they're obviously definitely on par with Pro Tools. I actually prefer them over Pro Tools. It just has a high level of MIDI integration that Pro Tools just doesn't. In my opinion, this is the most comprehensive digital audio workstation around. It's not for a novice. It's got a high level of audio production capabilities, high level of MIDI integration, and it's got a couple of neat things in it that I did want to highlight today. Every year Cakewalk releases a new version of Sonar, and every year they give the users of Sonar a treat, and one of the treats for Sonar 6 is this vintage channel VC64. It's a noise gate, it's a de-esser, it's got 2 compressors, 2 equalizers, and both of those are, the compression is frequency conscious, and so you can do a lot of neat things with it. And for me, I have a very heavy guitar, and one of the presets on here is this there's a guitar distortion that uses a compression model to create a sort of British crunch sound on my guitar, which is really, really neat. It also comes packaged with Lexicon Reverb, and Lexicon is a great company, and they're really known for their effects, especially in their reverbs and their delays. It also comes with something called V-Vocal, and V-Vocal is something similar to Antares Auto-Tune. I think it's a little bit more comprehensive, although both of them are very, very good products, and you can get Antares Auto-Tune for Sonar if you really wanted it. I'll sort of go back now into the isolation booth, which has really been created from this closet that is adjacent to the control desk. And here I've got the Vox Valvetronics, the 2x12 50-watt amp, and the Boss ME50, both very cool. My microphone that I'm using is this Behringer C1. It's a phantom powered condenser mic. It's got a cardioid pattern, and it's got a really, really nice frequency response to it. You can see it here, but I've got this dual microphone stand, and you can see that the SM57 is pointing directly at what would be, if I was standing in front of it, the 12th fret of my guitar. I've got a music stand in there, and that's pretty much it. You can see I'm running the cables. I just drilled today, but I'm running the cables from the isolation booth to the control desk, and you can see they're coming into inputs 1 and 5 there, obviously, because the way the Tascam works is that the phantom power runs to runs in blocks of 4 channels each, and so even though it doesn't hurt if you put phantom power on a dynamic microphone. I just out of habit, I just try to separate the two. I've also got this Roland PC200 MK2 MIDI controller, and there's not a lot of expression to it. It's really just a utility keyboard. There's no samples in it. There's it's just used to control sounds within Sonar. Now the Tascam came with a piano program, and so I can actually patch this piano program into Sonar and use it to record, and it works just fine for me. And so now this keyboard is velocity sensitive, and you can get a sustain pedal for it, so you really can create a pretty decent sounding piano from it. And actually in one of my most latest projects I used it, and it turned out really well. So this is where I'm at today. This is, like I said, day one of this Project Studio, and probably the next thing I'll be working on is the isolation booth, and really just making it a little bit, just developing it the best I can, so that there's a lot, you feel a lot more comfortable when you're in there. But anyway, that's it, and hope you enjoyed this.